Okay, we're live. Well, hello everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so happy you're here. My name's Drew Borski, otherwise known as Captain Housekeeper, and today is Wednesday, April 25th, and we're coming to you live from Houston, Texas. This is show number 8, I believe, which I'm pretty darn excited about. Um, it's the second week. We're making it halfway through. Today's Wednesday, right? Hump day. It's almost the weekend. Yay. The weather today decided to be summer finally. So apparently spring is over in Houston and it's summertime. It's going to be 87 degrees today. So, you know, I didn't get enough done during the spring weather. And so now I have to go out and work in the yard in the summer weather. But what do you, maybe I'll lose some weight. I don't know. It's hot out there. Hope it's hot where you're at. Had a lot of winter weather really late this year. So anyway, I'm glad you're here. If you want to be notified when I go live, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But you have to ring that little notification bell next to the word subscribe, just to the right. And that's how you get notified when there's a new video. And that's how you get notified if I go live. Like yesterday, you know, I'm supposed to go live at 11 a.m. Central every day. But yesterday I had jury duty. So if you missed that show, it might have been because I did the show in the afternoon, you know, but I still wanted to get in here and cover a few topics. I didn't want to miss a day. But if you have subscribed and pushed the notification bell, then you were notified that I went live in the afternoon and you were probably able to join me, which is a lot of fun. DJ's here. Hi, DJ. Northeast. Oh, you finally have spring in Pennsylvania. I'm so happy. The weatherman was showing the weather patterns this spring and how they're unusual because the jet stream is so much lower than it normally is. And that's what's bringing all that cold weather to everybody up there. But it's been bringing us very pleasant spring weather. So I'm glad you're getting spring weather finally. It's time. I mean, come on now. It's almost May. You're supposed to have May flowers, right? So today on my to-do list is I have to go through my attack plan, which I'm hoping all y'all have started to put together your own attack plan so that you can get your chores done during the week, have your weekends free. There is a blog post in the show description, and it goes over the daily, weekly, monthly, yearly chores program that I like to use. And it has a printable version of my attack plan. So you could print that out and follow along if it helps you get started to put together your own attack plan. But, you know, part of the attack plan is there's all your daily chores. You make the beds, you know, you make sure the dishes are out of the sink and stuff like that. And then I like to add in a weekly chore and a monthly chore and a yearly chore and some of the things that you wouldn't do every day, but you might do every month. But today's that special day where I've run out of monthly chores and I don't have any weekly or yearly chores scheduled. So all I have is my daily chores to do today. So I'm very excited because once I get everything done, I'm free to do other things. So I'm going to go outside, get some more yard work done, plant some more flowers, and maybe shoot a video, which it's going to be hot, but maybe I'll wait a couple days and see if it cools off. So that's fine. And then the only fixed point in time I have today is Tamaya has her annual checkup today, this afternoon. Miss Tamaya's been on a diet, so we'll see if she's lost some weight. All I know is I've had to tighten her collar twice. So I'm saying she has lost weight. The vet's going to say it's not enough because they always say it's not enough, you know. Luckily, I have a vet that doesn't make me feel guilty about anything. So Karen's here, Julie's here. Hi, everyone. I'm glad you're joining. I hope more people show up too. So once I get that I have to go grocery shopping too before I go to the vet. But anyway, so Elisa had a question. I was going to wait and see if she showed up. Elisa had a question about how to get, excuse me, how to get the smell of vomit out of a car. Now, that is, the easy answer is to just trade in the car because once you get a smell in the carpet of a car, it seems to stay. Once when I was in Dallas, my roommate left. Um, my roommate left a half gallon of milk in the back seat of his little truck all weekend long, and it was so hot the milk literally exploded. And he tried to get it cleaned and everything. He finally had to sell. He had to get rid of the truck. He had to trade it in because it stinks so bad. However, Elisa and everyone else, I think that you can get the smell of vomit out of a car. First thing you have to do, obviously, is you need to keep the windows rolled down to keep fresh air coming in because odor particles are in the air also. So that'll help draw some of them out. So this is what I would do. I would vacuum the carpet because I'm assuming this is dry and it's all cleaned up and everything. Vacuum the carpet real well. And what you're going to need is you're going to need like a scrub brush, but not metal, just like plastic scrub brush, because you're going to want to rough up the fibers to be able to get in there. So rough up the fibers really, really well. And then I would take a spray bottle and I would fill it with 1 part vinegar and 2 parts warm water because the warmth will help open up the fibers. And I would spray it into the area and then scrub it in really well. Then take a rag or a microfiber rag would work well, just any rag that will absorb, and rub it really well. And I would repeat that several times. Do the vinegar water, scrub it in, and then wipe it as dry as you can get it. What you're doing is you're loosening up all the fibers. You're loosening up those particles that you're smelling, and you're getting them out of there. The vinegar will help, and the warm water will help, and the brush will help. Then what I would do is I have an endless supply of this. I would go to the pet supply store and I would get something that's made for dog urine, and it'll say it's enzymatic. It has enzymes. And what I would do is I would spray the area and continue the brush and wiping with the enzyme cleaner because the enzymes will break down. They'll help you because they'll break down all those particles that you're smelling and help to remove them and neutralize them. I would think it's going to take several passes. You're going to have to do it over and over again. Leave the windows open. Once the carpet dries, vacuum it really, really well so that if the enzymes have broken down particles and they're still sitting there, you vacuum them out. But I think eventually you'll be able to get the smell out. I hope that helps, Elisa. Don't feel like you have to trade in your car right away, but it might come to that. It's up to you, though. I'm not going to give advice on what you do. I need to trade my car in, but it's not because it stinks. It's because it's old. So who else is here? Hi, Teresa's here also. I'm so glad you're here, Teresa. Teresa had a question, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So come back, Teresa, because I'm going to answer your question tomorrow, if that's okay with you. I like to spread things out. I'll have a different shirt on, so that'll be good. You know what I noticed yesterday? Oh my gosh, I'm not embarrassed because things happen on live streams, right? But I wore a black shirt because I wore it to jury duty. And I thought I'm not going to change clothes because it's a nice shirt, I look nice. But the lights and the camera focused on the black shirt and I was glowing. Like you couldn't see the contours of my face at all. You could just see my eyeballs and my beard because was so hot with the lights. So today you can actually see me, which is pretty funny. I guess I'll never wear black again. It's so slimming though, but the setup I have can't handle it. So, okay. So any other questions? Let's see. I didn't get to see Yarn on the Beach this morning. Teresa talked about it. Yarn on the Beach is a wonderful knitting podcast and crocheting podcast that my good friend Kristen Omdahl does. So what she does is she goes down to the beach. She lives in Florida, and she sets up on the beach. She sits on a carpet, and she works on her knit and crochet projects with her camera facing the ocean. And you get to watch the sun come up over the ocean every single morning. It's absolutely delightful. Kristen's wonderful to listen to and interact with. So I'll put a link in the description to Kristen's to her YouTube channel, so hopefully you can catch that too. It's a couple hours earlier than mine. I think 2 hours earlier than mine. So if you're up, it's definitely worth watching, or just watch previous episodes. They're so beautiful. Watching the sun. Sometimes she catches dolphins. Wow, okay. She doesn't catch dolphins. Sometimes she catches them on camera, and that's always fun to see. Um, okay, so where are we at? We're at about 10 minutes. I've gone over my to-do list. We talked about how to get the smell of vomit out of the car. So if you just joined us, once the video is uploaded, about an hour after the show ends, you can go back and rewatch that part. Because I think smelly cars are a big problem. Even spills, doesn't have to be, vomit, but even spills will linger because we don't clean our cars as well as we clean our bathrooms, for example. I don't think. They often get neglected. So I think my tips will help even if you have spilled food or anything like that in your car. What else? Oh, I was going to talk about planting flowers. I did that too. Anyway, all right. Well, I have a ton of things to do. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and push that little notification bell. I know I keep saying that, but that's the only way you're going to be notified when I go live, especially if I go at a different time. I'm going to do a new video this week about planting flowers, and so I hope you'll watch for that too. Remember, just because you're in charge of the house does not mean you have to do everything. Delegate and automate as much as possible. I have a blog post about that on my website, and that link is in the show description. And say it with me, everybody. No matter what life throws at me today, I have the ability to make this a fantastic day. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye, everyone.